Hi, I'm Zoe Purcell, and I go to ASU and am in the class Games and Play, and this is the next iteration for my toy. So if you watched my last iteration, I started shaping up these little guys. I made a few more of them, just a few of my pieces. And then I said my next step was going to be coating them in resin, adding some more glitter to my magical piece so it was less sticky. And then I didn't mention this in my last video, but I was going to make a display case for how I would like my toy to look if it were put in a studio situation, how I want it to be presented. So today I'm going to show you all those things. So this is my box that I made for displaying. I coated it in, I want to tell you it's something fancy like resin, but it was just nail polish to make the top sparkly and very smooth, so you couldn't really feel the rough edges of the paint. The box design was not inspired by anything. I just kind of like this pattern. I do it a lot, and I thought the color would contrast well with the inside. So this is supposed to be the fancy inside. You see all the little compartments that have my pieces in it. The little magical one is at the top. So yeah, I made this inside with cardboard and some like contact paper, I believe it is. It's just this really cool red paper that's all inside. And I used acrylic paint on the outside, but I thought these colors would contrast well. After finishing this, I'm definitely seeing that I would like to fill these a little bit more. So I think my last iteration will be just adding more pieces. And then we also did the resin to make these a little less sticky, shiny. They look more like game pieces now. Let me show you a few that have that. This one also is coated in resin. Yeah, you can see it's sheen. There's a few of these. I have the common collectible pieces, which are the circles and these kind of spherical, cylindrical pieces. They are also coated in sparkle, just to make them pop a little bit more. But this is the prime real estate of sparkle. So yeah, this is how I would like them to be displayed. I'm going to create a few more pieces for my collection to fill the box out a little bit more, but this is what I got. As for how this chapter influenced me as a creator, I feel like my toy, as I've seen through chapter 6, it seems that my toy would be good for group play. You know, it's not completely limited to solo collecting. I think it could definitely incite some collaboration between collectors, like trading. Trading is a big part of the collection community, and I think that could really bring people together and help them relate over a common ground. Hi, this is Later in the Day Zoe. So I also just wanted to add on the different chapters' influences on my toy for this iteration. So for chapter 7, I just want to talk about how my game could possibly become a darker side of play. From personal experience, I am someone who suffers from a shopping addiction, as I think a lot of people do. And I think that can be very closely related to collectible toy items. You know, when you're shopping, you're collecting more and more items, and the problem there that arises is that you can't afford that. And I think, hypothetically, if we're saying that my toy would end up on the shelves somewhere, it could become one of those things that just people become addicted to buying, and they can't stop, and it becomes a darker side. You know, you start losing money. There was an example of gambling. I think that can also tie into that. You know, you're putting your money somewhere that maybe isn't as meaningful as if you put it towards your house or your family. So yeah, that can be a darker side of play with my toy. So I definitely think chapters 6 and Dr. Brown's chapter 4 can apply to my game. Toys and play do help us attune to each other. They kind of incorporate families at play, and I think my game definitely can open up to collecting between friends, family, and finding a common ground that they can relate to and bond over. So that was some inspiration that I took from this chapter. Enjoy your day.